Hello, Aries. How are you? Welcome to your first weekly reading with me, Cindy, in 2020. So this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And yes, look, I have a beautiful backdrop now. My back, the chakra woman has my back. So balance and harmony. So I got that from my little 4-year-old niece for Christmas. So I had to use it because it's such a beautiful gift, is it not? So, Aries, welcome to your reading. Let's get started. I'm going back into the Fairies Oracle. I used to use it quite a bit sort of back in the summer, even maybe late spring. And then I pulled away from it for a while. I don't know why. I was just compelled to do it. I had to do other things. And the deck has been calling to me for quite a while. So the last 2 weeks, all those readings were pre-recorded and uploaded ahead of time. And so I took 2 weeks off while you enjoyed those. And in that 2-week time, I actually spent a lot of time with this deck, just kind of connecting with it and getting to know the fairies and the messages and the energy. But I continue to learn from them as I pull cards. So we're going to start your reading with that. And then we will go into Shirley Harnish's Return of Spirit deck. So let's see what is coming out for, oh my God. That's a lot of cards. That came out really fast. Oh, that's a lot of cards, Aries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pisces had 4, I think. This is a lot of cards. Or do they have 5? Give me, I don't know. It seems like, because there's a lot of like very deep messages with each one of these. Like we typically pull out 1 or 2. 6 is a lot here. Wow. Oh wow. That's interesting. I think I need to read these for you. Oh dear. Okay, let's start with I'm going to hold each one up. Here, I'll hold them all up together if I can even do that with 6 of them, and then I'll hold them up as individuals. There was a whole bunch of cards actually like came out, and a bunch were face down, and these were all face up, like together. They really apparently wanted to be. Oh, I can't even see the first one. Yeah, see, it's so many cards. It's a lot. All right, so the first one we have here is the Singer of Initiation, number 9. Singer of Initiation, and then we have Indy, number 63. And then we have Penelope Dreamweaver, number 28. The Loom, what's her number? Number 30. Ooh, and then we have, now this is interesting, the Fairy Godmother, number 25, because she has an interesting message that's kind of connected with the Loam. So, and then the last one, number 54, is Epona's Wild Daughter. That's a really interesting last message there. Okay, so let's get started. The Singer of Initiation. Yeah, you're moving towards, I want to say like a big cycle change. You've been moving towards it, and at times it may have been feeling like, why is this happening to me? Why did this go this way? What did I do to deserve this? Like that kind of, guess what? You're being initiated for something. Some sort of big change. That's what that is. That's what that is. Could be a big change within yourself, a big change in how you see yourself. It could be a big change in what you do as a career, where you live. Like, it's huge. Who your partnerships are with the Singer of Initiation. And it really is about, it's really divinely driven. So, but it's funny because with this card, it's often, and I think Aries is a sign that will often think that, like, what did I do to deserve this? I don't understand. Why is this happening? Like, Aries kind of thinks, you know, because being the child of the zodiac and taking leaps of faith and just, you know, having that childlike happiness, like, how could that have gone wrong? Why didn't that work out? It should have. What did I do? There must be something I did wrong. What did I do to deserve this? But, so that card is coming here to say, no, it's not that you've done something bad and that's why this is happening to you. If that makes you feel better, guys. That's not why this is happening. Some sort of change. It's because you're moving into a new cycle, and we're always moving in and out of cycles, right, throughout our whole lives. and there's lessons learned in each cycle. So as you move forward with this Singer of Initiation, yeah, get ready. You're going into a cycle, but yet you have Indy sitting here beside that. Indy is the one is the one fairy that's just not too sure. Not too sure. Do we go left? Do we go right? Do we choose this or do we choose that? What should we do? Really, I mean, you could just call it the indecision. It's kind of like the Two of Swords in the tarot with Indy. It's kind of like the Two of Swords. Which is interesting though, because Indy is the only fairy that really hasn't figured out humanity. I just, and when this card comes out, like if I remember correctly, it's kind of about, I'm just looking at the guy he's standing on in the bottom. That's hilarious. Come on, focus. There we go. Isn't that hilarious? It's watching, because the fairies have been watching and observing, the energy of these fairies have been watching and observing mankind for thousands of years. And all these fairies have messages because they get it. They understand our journey. They know what we're going on. They've been on their own journeys. They understand Earth. They get it all. They got it. But Indy doesn't, because Indy can't really see how this decision is better than that one, how this option is better than that one. So you're being asked to really weigh out your options here. You're going towards a cycle change. And it's kind of time to really look at the positives and the negatives. Look at it in a very philosophical but also analytical way. And although I'm getting the message, although you're going towards something new, you're closing off something else to open up something else. What you're opening up has many vast possibilities. There's many different ways of going to that. How is it that you want to go towards that too, is what Indy is kind of asking himself and asking you. How are we going to go towards this? How are you going to open up this new door of this cycle change? How are you going to close off this other cycle change? How are you going to do that? And then Penelope Dreamweaver, I feel like is coming in to kind of see why. You're going to see in a minute why I had to pick these up, because it was funny the way they came out. It's like a whole little story here, because Penelope Dreamweaver is kind of giving you a little bit of indication, a little bit of hope. That's with Indy, there's indecision, like how will I do this? Don't focus so hard on getting the answers like right now. Answers can come to you with this Penelope Dreamweaver energy through doing things that can be a little bit mundane. You could be driving, you could be sitting at a stoplight, and like you're kind of focused, but half your mind is focused and half your mind is wandering. That wandering part will sometimes, intuition, there's an answer all of a sudden, like, oh, like an idea, an approach, something, wow. They often say you get the answer when you're not specifically thinking about the question anymore. You could be drying the dishes, you could be washing the dishes, and your mind starts to go, and then oh, so you're going to have some help. Your own self is going to help you, but there's energy around you that's going to help you make these decisions with this little Indy card that seems to be hard for you. And I'm going to hold these two up at the same time, the Loam and the Fairy Godmother. The Loam is really about giving and receiving, almost to the point that it's painful. Like really just experiencing the moments in life that are meant to be experienced right now, and receiving what that moment is for yourself, and giving what you can of yourself in that moment also. With the Loam. And it's interesting that the Fairy Godmother would come up right beside it. Oh, wow. Wasn't that interesting? I'm just noticing how the Fairy Godmother is also connected to Epona's wild daughter, because the Fairy Godmother also has this barn owl here, and there it is again. There's a connection. You see how they're all connected in this? So the Fairy Godmother is about receiving gifts. Think about what the Fairy Godmother you know, has done in depictions of fairy tales and stories. She rescued Cinderella. Well, she gave Cinderella the resources to rescue herself, right? And then the choice. She had choices. She had choices to make, to utilize those resources to rescue herself, to move towards a newer and better cycle change. So the fairy godmother is there. I feel like the two of these coming together with the loam and the fairy godmother. The loam is telling you there may be points where maybe you're feeling like, you know, why has the universe done this to me? Why is this happening that way? Why is it not playing out the way I thought it would? What have I done? You know, the loam is coming in to say, you know what, don't allow that energy to stop you from giving fully in situations where you can. Because there's still people that need you. There's still people that need what you have to give. Because everybody's on a journey. And there are opportunities to say a friendly hello to someone on the sidewalk who might be having a bad day or isn't feeling very well. Maybe, you know, we're all up and down at any given time. But when the people that are up, they give what they can, they do help the people that are down. We're all here to help each other. So that's what this is really speaking about. Don't allow what is playing out, perhaps, or what you're moving away from and moving towards, to take away the ability to give, because the universe is prepared for you to receive, and receive in quite a wonderful way. Almost like a magical way. Like, I can't believe it worked out that way. I can't believe that this opportunity came to me like that. Like, yeah, the fairy godmother. And it's interesting that the barn owl sits over her shoulder as well, with this very all-knowing, very intuitive energy. Higher understanding energy, really. And then that gets us to Epona's wild daughter. Her coming out at the end is quite interesting. I feel like whatever cycle you're about to move into, Aries, what you're closing off and moving towards, you're going to make choices. You're going to try to figure out what's the right way to go, what's the wrong way to go for you, whatever this is. You know, it's a general reading, so I'm not going to specifically say that this is a career. This is a career for you, or this is a relationship, or no. It's however this plays out for you. It's a cycle change, whatever that's going to be. You're going to get the intuition about making choices when you need to. It's going to happen, so don't try to dwell on that too much, and don't try to dwell on any negative energy that might be around you as you move forward into your new cycle. If you're in a situation that feels negative and then you're finished in that situation, try to release that and move forward, and try to give what you do have to give to others, because the universe always repays that. And with this fairy godmother card here, it's almost like, wow, like magic energy. So things are going to work out. However, Epona's wild daughter is kind of come in at the end to say, you know what, you're never done with shadow work. You're never done with what it is that triggers you. You're never done going into the dark side. It was like wonderful. Like, what a wonderful way to end the reading with the fairy godmother. All your wishes will come true. So what you don't know is Cinderella moved into the castle, and the prince had like a really horrible nagging, like, I don't know, younger sibling. So it was like, damn, it's never quite perfect, is it? No. So don't feel like it's almost like a preparation. You're moving into a great cycle. It's something that you want, but there's something you have to leave behind to get there. You're going to have all the resources for yourself, whether it's physical resources, help from others, intuition from the universe. It's going to happen for you. Not everything is perfect, but it's still part of the journey. But it's much better than where you've been. It's much better than where you've been. So let's see what Return of Spirit has to say in that very interesting, it didn't quite come out, interesting reading for Aries. Oh, whoa, that was crazy. One card came out and just as putting the deck away, another one came out. Oh, this is, wow, that's interesting. Now it's making me realize that someone else had one of these cards. Yeah. Aquarius had that card too. And then you got two cards here. And Aquarius had this one too, Return of Spirit. So you got right, And return of spirit. Ooh, interesting message. I feel literally that you need to write to someone or some people. You may not even need to send the message. Maybe you just need to write. You need to communicate, basically. You need to communicate. Your communicative powers right now are very strong. You are very strong with the communicative powers, my young Jedi. But you know, I feel like for some of you, it is actually like a reaching out. And when I see this return of spirit, I feel like a connection to others through communication here. And this is some of that energy that the fairy godmother and even Penelope Dreamweaver will be bringing towards you. Write your thoughts. Plan it out too. That's very interesting with Indy, the right card, because Indy is about like trying to look at it in an analytical way, in a philosophical way, in a spiritual way. Like, what are the right choices? What are the right courses of action here to write it out? And this return of spirit, it feels to me like people that you've been connected with in the past, not necessarily completely unconnected or disconnected from them, like no communication. It feels a little bit more like distant connection. Like you can strengthen that right now. And some of these might be some of the resources coming towards you. And also Spirit's got your back. Whenever you see return of spirit, Spirit's got your back. Spirit has your back in this. But yeah, communicating right now is a very powerful tool for you. Two, the singer of initiation, like even just the word singer is vocalization, right? I'm just going to see what comes out from my Tarot of Dreams. I was pulling out 5 cards, specifically 5 cards, but you guys already had a lot of cards. Ooh, the Strength card has come out here. Leo energy. Isn't that interesting how they put a tiger in there? Leo energy. Wow, you are strong enough to do this. You will be stronger after you've done this. Whatever this cycle change is that you're closing off and moving towards a new one. And the Moon card. So Leo and Pisces energy coming out for both of you now. Ooh, I love this Moon card. Oh, there's bats. Oh, wow, that's probably for me. So there's bats coming through this portal. Clarity actually coming. This Moon, I really like this Moon card because we have the domestication in the wild. So where things were not known, where things were untamed, you will be moving into energy that is more tamed, where it is known, where it is understood. And to me, the fleeting energy of the bat is coming through these portals like opportunity, spirit, guidance, ancestral guidance coming towards you for me with this card. And I'm doing the reading, so that's what it is. It's what it's supposed to be. Ooh. It's called to look at the bottom, and the Empress is at the bottom here. So it's going to be a very fruitful, very powerful new cycle that you're moving into. Interesting number of cards that came through with that. Wow, rebirthing a cycle. And you know, when I get this Empress card, I really do feel like the universe, even Earth energy, is telling you that you are protected, you are safe in this new cycle that you move towards. It's very new. Like this is like a newborn baby. Look at how tiny and skinny that baby is, right? Like, come on, focus. When a baby is, you know, newborn, like, okay, they're a little bit chunky when they first come out, but mostly like that's a lot of fluid, and there is, sorry, I wasn't focusing. There is fat stores, but then there's that period of time after a rebirth, after a birth, where the baby is learning to feed, whether that's through bottle or through the breast. There's this period of time with trying to get that latch, and there can be weight loss that happens in that. And it is a very fragile moment for this rebirth, right? But yet look at how she cradles is protected. So you may feel fragile at points in your rebirth here. That's a very underlying. So you are feeling fragile in this rebirth, I feel. You are feeling fragile in this rebirth. And Spirit's got your back. Spirit's got your back. You might lose a little bit of weight, but that's okay. It's Christmas. We packed a bit on, right? So it's okay. And there you go. That was interesting. I'm getting tired, man. A lot of cards, Aries. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that that very oracle-y reading. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the new editing on my video. And my 9-year-old son is become my my editing manager, my video editing manager. So you shouldn't see me anymore trying to reach up and turn the camera on and off. He's going to edit that for us. We'll see how that goes, if that's a long-term thing, or, you know, he's 9. He always, it's hard to keep, you know, 9-year-old help for very long. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. Have a great week, and be gentle with yourselves. Bye.